Hi, this is Paul Hamilton. We're going to look at the differences between flying the airplane and flying the flight simulator. Let's look at the cockpit here of the Zodiac. First off, you can fly it with a right hand because you've got the throttle on the left, or the left hand because you've got the throttle in the middle here on the right. It's got your full six-pack of instruments, your airspeed, your attitude indicator, your altitude, turn coordinator, your directional gyro, and your vertical speed. It also has your GPS, your communication systems, transponder, and all your switches and circuit breakers. The engine instruments are in your Dynon avionics panel right here. And your fuel selector between the fuel right and left selector is right here. Let's look at the instrument panel here on the flight simulator. Here we have your basic six-pack again: airspeed, attitude indicator, altimeter, turn coordinator, directional gyro, and vertical speed. We've got the GPS, radio, flaps, and we'll actuate the flaps here. And we'll bring the flaps back up. We can see our fuel left and right. And what we're going to do is we're going to go up right now to our aircraft, and we're going to do our weight and fuel. So what we're going to do is we're going to give it a payload weight of 2 people, of what it actually is. And we're going to give it some fuel so that we are just below max gross weight. There we go. Okay, we can see our fuel levels now. We're basically topped off. Over here we've got our engine instruments with RPM, oil pressure, oil temperature, CHT, and EGT. I moved these up onto the panel so they can be easily seen while we're flying instead of down below. And down below we've got the throttle, mixture, avionics, boost pump, landing lights, taxi lights, and strobe. Same as the airplane. So let's go over here and start her up. We hold that down. It starts, and we're going to let it come up to RPM. We check to make sure we have oil pressure on startup. We're going to release the brakes. And we're going to start to taxi. We'll give it just a little throttle here. And we're going to taxi on out to runway 27. Ground steering is just as sensitive as a real airplane. It's very easy to over-control. And of course we control our speed with our throttle rather than using our brakes, just like in the regular airplane. Putting just a little pressure when needed to steer us in the direction we want to go. Not much. Trims at takeoff. Check that. Flight controls are free. We've checked that. Carson traffic. Zodiac 601 Zulu Yankee entering runway 27 for takeoff. Carson. On the go. Ready to take off. We've gone through our pre-flight checklists. We'll give it full throttle. We're not moving. We'll release the brakes. Of course, we need to have our little bit of right rudder here to keep us in the middle. Just like the real airplane, it wants to steer off to the left. 55, we get up to our rotation speed, we rotate, and we bring it on up. Keep it in the middle.
House traffic, Zodiac, 1 Zodiac, left crosswind. We'll be exiting to the south, Carson.
We do the same crosswind turn with Flight Simulator. Yeah, we're going to, since we're at the end of our runway, we're going to go ahead and start our left turn and head south. Now we do our radio call. Carson traffic, Zodiac 601 Zulu Yankee, left crosswind, exiting the area to the south. Carson.